look there inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll send their tight end left. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he searches forward for a gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost the yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put it into that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be ripped out of bounds after a gain of 6.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They hand it to Gibbs. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
Just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of game.
They'll take this down to the 23. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, You're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And that's a good drive right out of the gate. You're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Opening drive, we'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They bring Chase in motion. On first and 10, Jackson.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for their final play in this opening quarter.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And, you know, they missed on that long attempt. At least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. It is 3rd and long as we are ready to get back underway. 3rd and long for Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion goes Likely. Jackson going to keep it himself. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
That's another.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Derrick
Baltimore.
Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side is the end zone, and they get 6.
Ravens 7, Lions 3.
Project, that's what you want. This ain't what you want.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Now he's loose at the 40. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way.
He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target. In this case, this guy, he does the rest.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Derek Brown. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, leads to a sack.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. First down throw, Mahomes.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third down, 3 to go. Patrick to throw. He's got his tight end. That's LaPorta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Mahomes back. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Lions first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That's going to be incomplete. That's a very stout pitch. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The Lions call their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The tight end Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
The Ravens offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds Tyreek. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll stop the clock at 24 seconds to go until halftime.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. The shotgun, here's Jackson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up.
The Lions offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Will show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup 4. So we reach the intermission. possession in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. Jackson looking to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Now Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A first down throw for Jackson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Lions' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and 7. They'll send Flowers in motion. Second down, Jackson. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 15 on that game. First down, Baltimore.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route deck, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Back to throw, Jackson. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll get enough for this one right after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes third and goal. Jackson now. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. On fourth down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This about as short as you can get. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Ravens will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to keep it himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width. Not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
It's a gain of 4.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. And that is incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the personal defender, with the good coverage there.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Whoa. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. And he will not be able to get away. Good work. Getting in there to force him out of bounds. It's a loss of a couple.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message